Yo, what's the deal, man? Y'all already know who it is. Boy, Breaking Down Sports. And y'all see me, man. Got my Andre Johnson jersey on, man. So you know we finna talk Texans. You know the Texans just started their training camp this week. You know, first week of training camp. And we finna go through a couple of things, man. Let's go with the coach, the head coach, Mr. DeMeco Ryan, man. Let's see what he got to say about how the boys coming along, man. And then we'll go from there. So let's get straight to it, man.
Each day. Guys responded a little bit better today.
How much should good car insurance cost you a month? $80? $120?
All right, we ready now. Trying to start it in the beginning so we can start from the beginning and watch it. But yeah, man, them boys looking good from what I've been seeing. Everybody looking like they doing what they supposed to be doing. You know, we got a couple of camp injuries, but you know that's to be expected. But,
practicing in the rain, how much do you think that's helping? So there are a lot of elements. He's also hasn't been hot.
For us, when it comes to practicing in the rain, I think it's just about mental toughness, right? Blocking out all the external factors, and can you really lock in on the details, the fundamentals of your job, and still go out and perform at a high level. I thought it was much better today. I'm actually happy we had the rain and back-to-back days to see how guys responded a little bit better today. Much better ball security, much cleaner practice today.
yeah, I feel like them practicing in the rain. We just had a rainy week this year, this week in Houston, like, you know, and nothing too crazy, just some light little rain. But you know, hurricane season finna start. Well, it already started out here. You know, we had a hurricane 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I feel like that practicing in the rain is just going to, you know, pay dividends into the season, you know, because it ain't gonna always be sunny, good football weather. It's gonna be rainy, it's gonna be cold. So we gotta know how to play all elements. So yeah, I agree.
CJ, I assume there's no concern.
No concern on CJ at all. He's doing great, having a great camp.
No, he meant about fully stepping on his foot.
No concern with CJ at all. He's doing great.
You're 8 days in the camp now. What did you like from your wide receiver group?
From our wide receiver group, I really love just the competitive spirit of all those guys. Right, seeing guys step up, different guys making plays each day. And it starts with Steph and the way he comes to work. I think that rubs off on everybody else. He shows up with a competitive enthusiasm that it starts to permeate throughout his position group, but also just our entire team. So with guys showing up like that, man, I love the competition. It's a really good group, and I'm excited to see, you know, how guys show up in games. But they've been doing a great job at practice.
Yeah, I need to see, like, I can't wait for the season because I need to see how they're going to use all these wide receivers that we got, bro. We got a bunch of wide receivers. Like, look at this, bro. Like, Tank Dell, Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs, Schultz, Dalton Schultz. And we got Joe Mixon that can catch the ball, too. And on top of that, we got Michi. And on top of that, we got 85. I forget my boy name, but he can catch that ball, too. So it's a lot of wide receivers that we got. We got a deep wide receiving core, man. On top of the rookies that we done drafted, like, it's gonna be tough, man. Trying to, like, and it's gonna be by committee. Like, so if somebody go down, it's somebody that can fill that void, man. We don't have to go worry about going into the trade deadline, getting a wide receiver. We got, like, I'll say we like 8 wide receivers deep on their wide receiving core, in my opinion.
You talk about Mechie and what you're seeing. Is he starting to kind of step into that role?
Yeah, with Mechie, I'm seeing a guy who is much faster, like playing with more confidence. Like you see the guy who he was when he was at Alabama, right? You see that explosiveness is starting to show, right? And he made a lot of plays early on in camp, and he's still making plays. So I think Mechie just has to keep stacking days, continue to get better, right? But I think he's definitely in a really good space mentally and physically.
Yeah, like I said, Mechie is a dog, man. They drafted him for a reason out of Alabama. He just, his first year he came in, he was dealing with cancer, so he had to get that over with, and then dealing with a new system, a new coach. Like, that's why I'm not really being too hard on Damian Pierce, and because we're gonna talk about him too as well. But I ain't being too hard on Damian Prince and Mechie, because they first year it was a new coach, and then they had to come in their second year, learn a new system, and then Mechie was coming out for having cancer, didn't play a whole year. So yeah, man, like I know we be thinking these guys supposed to be super athletes and stuff like that, but they human, man. So you got to give them time to adjust to new things and learn the system and learn our new plays. And I think we had like two coaches in a matter of 2 years, like, so yeah, man, you just gotta stay patient with these guys.
A lot of talent on the defensive side of the ball, but how comfortable is it for you to have players that you have been associated with in the past, like Aziz and with Ward? And what is it about Ward that his aggressiveness, once he puts his pads on, his whole mindset just changes?
Yeah. What I love about our defense is from these past 2 days is they set the tone. And that's what we have to be as a defense. We want to be tone setters. So the guys I've worked with in the past, talk about Aziz and Jimmy, I know the type of tenacity that they bring to the field. They love playing football. They love playing it in a physical manner. Right? We can't lose sight of how physical football has to be played. That'll be our style, right? That's our MO. We want to play physical. We're going to fly around to the football. And no two guys exhibit that the most than Jimmy and Aziz.
What did you see from Damian? How he's built everything?
Yeah, Damian is he's playing fast. He's making play every day. He's showing up, making plays. I love what he's doing in the kick return game. He's just every day he makes a play. So I'm excited to see where Damian is. I think he'll be in a much better spot this year than he was last year.
Yeah, man. I think we gotta give Damian Pierce some grace, man. That was his second year, really his first year, in this new system. So I think he's gonna come back to, what we know him to be his first year with him being under this system for the last 2 years. So we'll see, man. Like, I'm excited, man. We Hall of Fame game coming up in a couple of days, man. On the first Thursday, we got football again, so let's get ready, man.
Derek Stingley has played throughout camp.
Say it again.
How would you categorize how Derek Stingley has looked throughout camp?
Yeah, Derek has been consistent, and he's been consistent, and he's able. We talk about iron sharpening iron at this time, and with him competing against Tank, DeMeco, Diggs, like they continue to get better. Right, and that's what I love about him. He's making the receivers better. The receivers making him better. That's what camp is all about. And Derek is doing a really good job this camp.
Yeah, man, I'm ready to see Derek Stingley have a full season, man. Like, he was so cold at LSU, but I just think his injury's been just really not showing his true talent, man. When he was at LSU, man, he was. Outside of like the games they played at Alabama and stuff like that, he was a dog, man. So I think Derek Stingley gonna show the world like he really shut down Connor this year. So I'm excited to see him play too. We got a lot of good players on this team. We drafted real well throughout the years, man.
When you kind of assess your defense and where you want them to be, what type of things do you kind of look for? And do you feel like
You spoke fluently about them. Do you feel like they're where you need them to be right now?
Well, we'll see when we play live action, right? It's one thing to do it in practice, but can you hold yourself to a high standard each and every day? Each and every time you step out on the grass, are you playing with maximum effort? Are you playing together? We'll see when the lights come on.
Now that you've had a couple of practices fully padded, what have you made out of the battle between the offensive line and defensive line?
It's no battle. It's just guys. We work together, and that's one of the groups that a lot of people, you don't realize and you don't understand. Like when we're in this practice setting, like there has to be some give and take amongst the D line and O line, and no group more important than those guys of trying to stay up, trying to protect the quarterback. So it's a fine line with the O and D line of competing and going. So they've done a great job of working with each other all camp, and we'll get a great evaluation of those guys in the 4 preseason games.
Coach, you talk about with the players how iron sharpens iron, iron sharpens iron. But how does that mantra carry over on the coaching side? Because there's some battles between you, with you and Bert going up against Bobby and his offense.
For sure, I tried to poke him a little this morning. Told him we're gonna break the record of getting the ball out again today. So it's all in competitive spirit, right? We all love each other, work well together, but we also show that competitive fire as well. They'll get us on some plays, we'll get them on some plays. So there's a lot of back and forth. But as coaches, right, it's making sure we get as many different looks as we can. So we're always working with each other to make sure we're sharpening, right, the offense, giving them what they need. They give us what we need on particular plays. So when coaching staffs are working together, that's how you make your team better. And we have a really tight coaching staff.
Thanks to more guys. In comparison to the last training camp compared to this one, it feels like this year, defensively, you guys feel a little bit more physical. What do you think is the biggest difference from last year to this year in the sense of like training camp? The defense is really, really getting after it.
I'm not sure. That's a great question, but I forgot last year already. So it's all about 2024 and how can we make our mark as 2024, the Houston Texans of 2024. That's what it's about, right? I really don't look back and compare it to last year. Last year, different guys, different team. 2023 Texans accomplished some really good things, but man, we're behind. That's behind us, and now we're moving forward. It's all about, man, you have to establish and you have to work to create an identity each and every year. So that's what this camp is about. That's what preseason will be about. It's like, man, who are we when we step on the field in 2024? Who are the Texans, right? And it should look different. It should look better than where we were before.
That's one Skoranek. What do you see from Skoranek?
Skoranek does a great job when it comes to special teams, does a great job of communicating, offense, being able to play multiple spots, tough guy. Likes to get in there, get his nose bloody, block a little bit. So I like the physicality of Skoranek, and I like how smart he is, and I like how he really does a great job of communicating.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, good. Thank you, guys.
Off day.
Yeah, man. So there we have it. That was Coach Ryan giving us his thoughts about how camp going so far, man. And like I said, it's gonna be exciting season, man. Like everybody's excited. Like I'm gonna show y'all some footage real quick. This is how people are lining up.
And they walk into my room.
Yeah, people are literally like lining up in the rain to see the Texans practice, and That's a good look, man. Like I said, we're gonna have a good year this year, man. I got us going 12-6, 12, 12-6, man. I feel like we gonna do it this year. I feel like we're gonna give a lot of people a run for their money. We're gonna shot a lot of people, and I feel like the AFC South is ours for the taking, and for proceed for the future, and yeah, that's just my opinion on it, man. Like I said, I'm gonna be dropping more content on the Texans, man. Y'all go get y'all Texans jersey if y'all a Texan fan, man, and let's get it, man. Let's get ready for the season. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on what's going on. It's your boy Bert. This is Breaking Out Sports, and I'm out. Let's get it.